Hey friends, sorry, my phone kind of froze up for some unknown reason, and I'm just continuing my walk on here as we're having a look in this garden on this Sunday morning. So where I dropped you before was right here at the white zinnias, and what I wanted to show you was right here in the pathway. See all these stems that have been cut and dropped? That's because we actually cleaned up this little patch on this past Thursday. And so tomorrow, after I get the mowing done and the girls are done harvesting, we're going to do cleanup out here in this garden, meaning cutting any old blooms that we are not usable because we left them in the garden for display from last week's events, right? So dropping stems in the pathway is a reality when you do not cut your cutting garden clean at every harvest. It creates more work. It creates the twitch in your gut because you don't want to do this. You don't want to throw away stems. But in our situation, for what we were trying to do, that's kind of part of the job, right? So we were looking at this Gumphrina here, which is just really starting. This is the white. And Gumphrina is one of those, and we grow lots of colors here, as you're going to see as I walk along. Gumphrina is one of these that we grow in a lot of colors, and it's not a huge crop, but I will tell you, commercial customers will buy it every time you have it. It's amazing in bouquets, but you have to find the way to make it work for your farm. It can be difficult to harvest. That's one of the things I share about in flower farming school. It's like there are so many gorgeous flowers to grow, y'all, but you have to figure out what is cost effective and doable for you on your farm. And that is probably a big part of the battle for a lot of people. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that zinnia. Is he not gorgeous? And this is what happens when you leave them too. The finches have been working on this guy, so that'll be just cut and dropped. And we really, that's one of the things that y'all getting the right information and the right ways to do things and the right steps is blooming essential to being successful. If you want to start a business, learning, I just can't stop looking at these look at these zinnias. He is bigger than my hand just about. Spinning your wheels, doing the wrong things, burn you out before you ever get to the part that works. And we lose so many awesome potential new cut flower growers, of which y'all, as long as we're importing $7 billion a year of flowers into this country, there is room for a boatload more of flower farmers. So here are the giant marigolds. Look at these guys. Is that big or what? Sorry, the light's not great. The zinnias are pretty beautiful. Why do I grow so many zinnias? Because guess what? It's what our customers want. These yellows are just fabulous. Yellow brightens everything up. And this is the stage we cut these, by the way. We cut yellow and white earlier than the rest of them because they get dirty so early. So as they're still pushing out petals, this is too late. And look, there's a little bug. This is too late. That will not last long at all. And so here's a great comparison. This one's on the verge of being too late. This one is too late. This one is perfect. See how the petals are still coming out? These petals are pretty much out. You can see this one's been out here. And this one is almost, this will probably get cut, but I can tell you that my sister would not put that in a bouquet. Somebody will put it in a bucket, but it won't get used. It's when it's like this that really makes a difference. And y'all look at these coral. You can find the seeds to all these flowers on our website, thegardenersworkshop.com, by the way. And there is still plenty of time to plant warm season tender annuals. So this is coral, the Benary's giant coral. And I don't mind using these a little further along because they don't age as quickly as the light colored ones, right? So can you tell the difference? This is not so bad. That's really, really usable. This one is a little old. See how mature this is? And it's still a pretty zinnia, but in a commercial application, it's just too old. It's too long gone. And I have found my first Japanese beetles, y'all. Kind of depressing. And there's a little bumblebee just working up a storm, which is perfectly okay with me. And over here on this side are some of my favorite celosias. This is Sunday Orange. These boogers are gorgeous. And look at all this celosia. These are the single stems Spring Green, which is a super pricey seed, but so worth it. You can put a spring green in every bouquet you make for the rest of your life. This is a trial. Somebody's asking, can you save seed from zinnias? You can, but they're hybrids, so they will not come back true. You know, you can certainly grow seeds, grow plants from seeds that are open pollinated that you can save seed from, but we're growing flowers specifically for cut flower use. And what that means is that these have been hybridized for cut flower qualities. Biggest, look how big this is. The biggest blooms, the most mildew resistant, the most prolific when you cut it. And all of those things are a result of somebody hybridizing. And when you try to save seed, unless you're doing isolation, that means growing it like all these colors being here together, they are not isolated. I wanted to walk over here and show you this salmon, and then I'm gonna move on here. Oh, I'm on the wrong side, y'all. Wait a minute. Look at these. This is the salmon, and it is just gorgeous. This is one of the most popular colors. And then, of course, the lime green down here. And these were also cleaned. So you can see all the stems that are thrown in the pathways. These get dirty really quickly. You always cut these super early. So this one is cuttable. This one is too old. That'll be dirty in 2 days in a bouquet. And y'all, that is a really big part of flower farming school. Y'all, look at this one. How gorgeous is that? And see, here's some dirtiness. See how it's dirty in the center? That's from insect damage, and that's from leaving it in the garden too long. So, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna get over there. So I want to show you this, and then I'm gonna walk back into where I can see what you're looking at. So we have already started our summer succession pulling and planting, I call it, y'all. So this was a bed of snapdragons. Here I have 2 beds. We pulled 1 bed, and these are more summer annuals that were just planted here. And that will continue to happen. These snaps will be out of here next week. And there's our giant poppy pods that we've watched all through the season. Here you can look back and check it out. I'm saving those for seed. That's why they look pretty schwanky. And we have lots. See, there's sunflowers being planted where there were cool flowers. Cool flowers are the cool season hardy annuals that we planted last fall, and then again very early spring. And many of them have come to an end, and actually a little earlier than usual. This weather's been kind of swingy this year. And so we're doing all kinds of, you know, another part of the problem that I really think that flower farming school really helps people is learning that a crop has a life. And when you're a commercial grower, learning when you need to immediately pull it out and have something ready to plant in its place. People have a hard time letting go, but it's like, y'all, do you have any idea of the cool things that are waiting ahead of you, right? So this is some more, a new celosia that was just planted. This is, and you can find, this is celosia flamingo feather, which we've never grown before, believe it or not. This is hibiscus, mahogany splendor, and that's more spring green down there. And you'll find all those seeds on our website. Sunflowers are being plugged in everywhere, as you can see, because you know we plant them every week, right? We start them inside and plant transplants out. This is feverfew. These are all cool flowers over here. We'll be cutting most of that tomorrow. And then down here, you can see we've planted more straw flowers, which is a cool flower, but it will grow in the summer. Lots more cosmos, sunflowers. Look at all the rudbeckia. And that's a native island over there, a habitat island, actually, not native. Some of it is native. Most of it is, I guess. And here's some remnants of cool flowers, Sweet William, larkspur that's done, bachelor buttons that's done. Atriplex, let me try to get over there. I want to show you all this. Atriplex is a really cool vegetative plant to grow, but I'm telling you, the deer love this stuff. They came in here and look, snipped off so many. They don't eat much else. But these are still not ready. But this is what we're waiting for. Can y'all see those little green seed pods? When this sucker gets full of those, you can't imagine what that does for a bouquet. And look at this, here it is in red. You can find both of the seeds to this on our website, Atriplex plum and Atriplex green. And you pinch them and they get super tall, but you definitely need to take some deer protection steps. So this will be planted tomorrow. We just cleaned this out. These are some sunflowers that were just planted. So y'all, it is a constant rotation. And that's, I find, one of the hardest things that people struggle with. And I think, first off, we overthink it. I do not plan every little thing, y'all. It's like, okay, that bupleurum over there is done. Pull that out. That's 10 foot available. The lettuce and the carrots have been chowed down on by the deer. Pull them out. So there's 20 feet right there. Those are two places that we'll plant on tomorrow. There's a place. Pulling out this bed of snaps. So it's just a constant rotation, because I get so many questions. Oh, but can I get my snaps to bloom longer? Guess what, y'all? People have I believe, a natural tendency to want what's seasonal. It's time for snaps to be done. It's time to move on to plume celosia and other spiky, millets, grasses, those types of things. So I think that I'm going to grab y'all see all this grass that needs to be mowed. I think our tendency to hold on to stuff, and see all those sunflowers over there all be mowed. They're done, they're gone, they're too old. Our tendency, I'm going to sit up here on the porch. Our tendency to hold on to crops too long is the fall of many growers. Because what we just really do not grasp is that it's a cycle, and people have a natural tendency. Sorry, wait a minute, y'all. I'm trying to fix my tripod. People really have that desire to. I have a new tripod. Mine got broken last week, and it's proven to be kind of smarter than me. It's got so many knobs. See, look. It's spinning you guys around. I'm not sure how to stop it from doing that. All right. So anyway, I just thought I'd share this Sunday morning before all the craziness happens this week. We have a lot of garden work to do to get caught up, to prepare for the open farm in 2 weeks, which you're all invited to. You can find more information on that on thegardenersworkshop.com. I'm in southeastern Virginia, and y'all, there's folks coming from all over the country to come see this little garden. And as you can see, I am definitely right in the middle of the city. I'm totally surrounded by houses. Would love to have you come and join us. If you want to learn more about flower farming school, You can find that on thegardenersworkshop.com. Would love for you to go over there and read our student success stories and see if any of them are you. You know, I mean, are you coming from those circumstances? And it's really a sweet time for me because we, of course, ask our students to share their stories during these times of registration. And this morning I just sat and read so many new posts in my closed Facebook group, and I just appreciate people sharing just how rewarding it is to succeed, and how much the courses help them. And you can also, if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram and join me on Clubhouse, I'll be doing all kinds of stuff taking you on the inside of our courses, as well as inside my closed Facebook group on Tuesday evening over on Facebook. Just kind of see what it's all about. So friends, I just wanted to make everybody aware. Enrollment is open. You know, enrollment only happens once a year typically for Dave's class. Mine does enroll twice a year in June and then again in October. But the special bundle deal when you buy mine and Dave's course, which is pretty sweet, y'all, is only available this week. We don't offer it again in October. So, all right, friends, sorry we got cut off in the middle. And I hope these lives are helpful for you. Just check out and subscribe to my channel. That really helps me. Share it with your friends. And I really, really appreciate you guys joining me here this morning. So friends, till we meet again, ciao.